The Boston Celtics went into the Chase Center and chased the Warriors out of the gym in a 120-108 comeback Game 1 win. Jordan Schultz is an NBA analyst and host of the Pull-Up Podcast with CJ McCollum, and he's here to break down what the heck happened to the Warriors. Now, Jordan, Draymond Green said the Warriors dominated the first 41 to 42 minutes of the game. What got the Celtics going the last 6 or 7 minutes?
Well, he's right, and Steph was incredible in the first quarter, and I thought Golden State was in control of the game. They were up 15, Brandon. But ultimately, what you saw from Boston, especially in the fourth quarter, with how they defended Steph, that's what they do to teams. That's why they're one of the best defensive teams of the last 3 decades, Brandon. And from an offensive standpoint, their ability to go small and manipulate some of what Golden State wanted to do was huge. Not only does Al Horford go 9-12, but you allow Derek White to go off again, and he's been great in these playoffs, but it's really his three-point shooting that's allowed Ime Udoka to say, we can go small, we can play Al at the 5, we don't need Robert in there more than 25 minutes, and as a result, they're getting great spacing. Now, obviously, Tatum didn't shoot the ball well at all, 3 of 17, but you got some ancillary pieces as well, including Marcus Smart, who had 18. So as a whole, Brennan, I thought Boston was able to really implement their will, physicality, and also their spacing and ability to go small really matched up well against the Warriors, especially, that second half of the fourth quarter.
Well, you mentioned Boston's defense being so dominant, the number 1 defensive team in the NBA. The Golden State Warriors are number 2. And like you said, they held Jason Tatum to 12 points on 3 of 17 shooting. Should Celtics fans be worried, or are you confident that Boston will make adjustments to get him going forward?
Do not be worried, Celtics fans. I'm going to give you a couple stats. So in the playoffs, when he's getting a pass from Marcus Smart, Jason Tatum is shooting 53%. In this game, he was 0 of 5. So that'll even itself out. Also, he had 13 assists, which is the most ever in a finals debut. He never really got in his rhythm, and Tatum's a rhythm guy. He can jab, pull up, that kind of 1-2 cross, step back, but he needs to get in a rhythm. Golden State, to their credit, did a really good job, Brandon, of never letting him establish that. But that's why you have Jaylen Brown, your 1B, your Robin. He was sensational, especially down the stretch, clutch buckets. So I'm not worried at all. Jason Tatum is a top 5 player, one of the best offensive guys in the league. And I think the Warriors really need to look at this and take a step back and say, how did we let this get away, especially game 1? And they need to understand that Steph Curry, he has to be better in the fourth quarter. You can't allow Boston from an offensive standpoint, to make 9 threes, an all-time record in the finals. So there's a lot that Golden State can look at and improve. Not only Steph, not only their defense, but I think they were a little bit soft. I thought that was the reason why they lost the game ultimately, just getting out physical down the stretch.
Really quick, Game 2 prediction. Go.
The Warriors find their rhythm. I like the Warriors by like 8-10. I had Boston in game 1. I think Golden State gets on track. That long layoff can ultimately hurt a team like the Warriors, who were in such a good rhythm offensively. Boston had their rest for a few days. They got back into it. So I like the Warriors to not get chased out of the Chase Center game 2, go 1-1, back to Boston, and then ultimately I still like the Warriors in 6.
All right, people, make sure you check out Jordan on the Pull-Up Podcast with CJ McCollum, and you got to check out his TikToks as well. Jordan, thanks for joining us, my man.
Thank you, Brandon. Be good.